Hello and welcome to the News on Map series of Drishti IAS. Welcome to this channel if you're new. And let me tell you, how do we cover the news that has been buzzing around us since the last couple of days with the help of MCQs. We will form MCQs, we will answer those questions with the help of maps. And those who are continuously engaged with the channel, thank you so much. If you have any constructive feedback, please comment in the comment segment. Okay, let's begin with the practice question that I put in the last episode. The question asked us to consider the statements and then answer accordingly. So the Great Antilles lie to the south of the Lesser Antilles. That is first, the statement. Cuba is the westernmost island of the Greater Antilles, while Jamaica is the easternmost island of it. So let's try to understand how do we select the correct one. The Antille group of islands is actually an island, groups of islands in the Caribbean Sea. And this particular diagram shows us, this particular map shows us the Greater Antilles are actually to the north of the Lesser Antilles. There are many important islands over here, those belonging to the US and the countries of Latin America. So Cuba, as you can see, is the westernmost island of the Greater Antilles, and Puerto Rico here is the eastern. Okay, so not Jamaica, but Puerto Rico is the correct answer. But here it was Jamaica. So second statement is not correct. Okay, and also the first statement is not correct because it lies to the north and not the south of the Lesser Antilles. So the correct answer will be neither one nor two. Alright, this is the way we are going to deal with the questions. Roadside bomb happened in North Burkina Faso. It killed 15 soldiers. And French soldiers quit Mali after 9 years. Billions spent and many lives lost. African countries are all the time in the news. So it is important for us to know the region of the continent of Africa, specifically those countries which are in dispute for one reason or the other. Which of the following group of countries belong to West Africa? Very generic question, looks easy but a little hard to solve if you do not know the regions of Africa. So Tanzania, Kenya, Uganda is one group, Sierra Leone, Mali, Liberia, Libya, Tunisia, Chad, Malawi, Zambia, Mozambique. Let's answer this with the help of this particular map. The map shows us the continent of Africa. The first one was Tanzania, Kenya and Uganda. Tanzania lies here in the Eastern Africa, Kenya as well as Uganda. So first statement, first pair is, first not pair, but first group of countries not correct. Sierra Leone, Mali and Liberia, let us see. Sierra Leone is over here, it's a coastal country. Liberia is also a coastal country in West Africa, and here lies Mali. So yes, this particular group is a good contender for answer. Next is Libya, Tunisia, Chad. No. Libya lies here, Tunisia lies here in the northern Africa, and Chad almost in the middle. Okay, so that's not correct. And then we have Malawi, Zambia, Mozambique. That's also not correct. Malawi, Mozambique and Zambia. So the correct answer, Mali, Sierra Leone and Liberia. Okay, the correct answer is that. Option B is our correct answer. Alright, let's move on to the next question, which is because of Kenya's 2022 election, the election results by the numbers. William Ruto is declared the winner of the neck and neck race to lead the East African powerhouse. Okay, so because of this particular news, we have to formulate a question. Now, which among the following African countries do not border Lake Victoria? Kenya, Tanzania, Uganda and Malawi, our options. Let's look at our Lake Victoria. Lake Victoria is a Rift Valley lake and it lies between Uganda, Kenya and Tanzania. Okay, so Malawi is over here. Lake Malawi is spanning across Malawi and Tanzania and Mozambique as well. So the correct answer would be Uganda, Kenya and Tanzania, but Malawi is not the correct answer. So not the correct answer as in not bordering Lake Victoria. So Malawi is our correct answer. So it can also happen that you might get questions with respect to the arrangement of the lakes. Lake Turkana, then Lake Albert is over here, Lake Edward, Lake Kivu, Lake Victoria, Lake Tanganyika. So north to south arrangement, south to north arrangement could also be asked in your examination. Okay, this particular map shows you better picture. Lake Victoria lying between Kenya, Tanzania and Uganda. Okay, and even equator passes through the northern region of Lake Victoria. So these kind of facts are important. Egyptians mourned the killing of 41 people in Cairo Coptic Church. Very sad news. Now we have a question. From south to north, remember the arrangement pattern. South to north, arrange the following features or regions of Egypt. Aswan Dam, Lake Nasser, Nile Delta, Gulf of Suez. Let us look at the map to answer this question from south to north. So Lake Nasser lies over here. First is that. Then on Lake Nasser we have Aswan Dam. Second. Then we have the Gulf of Suez over here between the Sinai Peninsula and the mainland Egypt. And then we have Nile Delta, because Nile goes into the Mediterranean Sea. It moves in the northward direction. So the correct answer will be, first we have Nasser, Lake Nasser. Then we have Aswan Dam. Then we have Gulf of Suez. And lastly we have the Nile Delta. 2143 is the correct answer. Option C there is the correct answer. Okay. Let's move on to the next set of questions. Almost 1,000 alien or non-native species have been listed in the Mediterranean waters, creating ruckus for the native species. So let us see, because of one reason or the other, many states which are bordering the Mediterranean Sea are also in the news. So that is why this region is important. A person travels from Israel to Spain through the Mediterranean Sea. What is the correct order of water bodies they will come across during their course of journey? Okay, so for that we have to know the map. Mediterranean Sea is bordered by many countries. Like in Asia we have, or Middle East we have Lebanon, Israel, Palestine as well, Cyprus, and from Asia we have Syria, Turkey. Also here we have Greece. Then Italy also borders the Mediterranean Sea. France, Spain, Morocco, Algeria, Tunisia, Libya, and of course Egypt, right? So many water bodies also lie on the Mediterranean Sea, and the person is moving from Israel here to Spain, and the person will come across many water bodies. What is the correct order of the occurrence? Sea of Crete will be first, then we have Ionian Sea, then Tyrrhenian Sea, and lastly we have Alboran Sea. Remember, Adriatic Sea is also an extension of Mediterranean Sea, and so is the Ligurian Sea and Balearic Sea. So these kind of water bodies are important within the Mediterranean. So Sea of Crete, then Ionian, Tyrrhenian, and Alboran. Then we have Sea of Crete, Ionian, Tyrrhenian, and Alboran Sea as the correct answer. Option C will be correct. Okay. Moving on to the next set of questions. Iran says Salman Rushdie supporters to blame for attack. And Iraq's top judicial body says it does not have the authority to dissolve the country's parliament. Israeli soldiers hurt in possible friendly fire incident in West Bank. So these are the countries which have been in the news for one reason or the other. All the time they are in the news. So that is why it is important for us to understand the history of that place. The history pertains to the Al-Jazeera region, lies entirely in only Iraq and Iran. First statement. The Fertile Crescent or Crescent is restricted to the continent of Asia and also Africa. The Euphrates and Tigris rivers flow parallel to each other and meet in Iraq before draining into the Gulf of Oman. So we have to select the correct statements. How many statements are correct? This is the new pattern. Prelims question was asked in this pattern, new pattern. So you see, of the Mesopotamia, the northern region of Mesopotamia was and still is known as the Al-Jazeera region. Okay, so Al-Jazeera region is a region that lies between the Tigris River and the Euphrates River. It spans across Turkey, Iraq, and Syria as well, and not Iran. So the first statement becomes incorrect. Okay, Turkey and Syria, and the word here was Turkey, Syria, and of course Iraq, but the word only was used here, and Iran was not is not comprising of the Al-Jazeera region. Fertile Crescent is restricted to the continent of Asia and Africa. So Fertile Crescent is a crescent. It's a region which is very fertile in nature due to the occurrence of many rivers over here, and it is called the cradle of civilization. It spans across many countries of Asia and one country, very important country of Africa, that is Egypt. Okay, so Fertile Crescent lies in this region from Iraq to parts of Iran as well and Turkey as well, Israel, Lebanon, Palestine, Syria, and many other countries plus Egypt. So yes, it spanned across this region. The correct answer here, yes, second will be correct. Second statement is correct. Euphrates and Tigris River, yes, they flow parallelly to each other and they also meet in Iraq. That is correct. See, here, Euphrates River and Tigris, they are flowing parallel to each other and then they meet here in Iraq. And then they flow into the Persian Gulf and not the Gulf of Oman. Okay, so this statement becomes incorrect. Only second statement is correct. The correct answer is option A, that is one statement only is correct. Moving on to the next set of questions. Now this question is related to Ecuador City. It declares state of emergency amid dramatic rise in gang bombings. So let us see the question. Which of the following pair of countries do not have a border with Brazil? There are almost every country shares a border with Brazil. Brazil is huge in Latin America, South America. So let us see. Ecuador, Chile, and many other options are given. This is the border of Brazil spanning across these many countries, right? It spans from, I can say, from French Guiana, Suriname, Guyana, Trinidad and Tobago, even Venezuela, Colombia. But you see, Ecuador does not have a border with Brazil. Okay, then it also shares its border with Peru. Brazil shares its borders with Peru, Bolivia, Paraguay, Uruguay, Argentina, but not Chile. Okay, so Ecuador and Chile is the correct answer over here. These two countries do not have a border with Brazil. Moving on to the next question. Severe floods damage in South Korea, Seoul after record rain. North Korea lifts COVID restrictions after maximum emergency ends. So Korean Peninsula is also one of the regions which is very important for us to understand. Let us see these statements with respect to Korean Peninsula and then select the correct answer. The Jeju Island or Jeju Island, they belong to South Korea. The Yalu River, which is the longest river in the of North Korea, flows into the Sea of Japan. The Korea Strait separates the Korean Peninsula and Japan. Let us see the answers with respect to this question with the help of map. Here is the Jeju Island, which is separated from South Korea by Jeju Strait, and it belongs to South Korea. It is the largest island of South Korea. First statement is correct. Let's talk about Yalu River. See, Yalu River flows through almost the border of China and North Korea, and it doesn't go into the Sea of Japan, but it goes into the Korean Bay and Yellow Sea. Korean Bay is an extension of Yellow Sea. So second statement is not correct. Third was Korea Strait. Korean Strait separates Japan from Korean Peninsula. The Korea Strait, yes, separates Japan from Korean Peninsula. That is correct. Okay. So only the first and the third statements are correct. 1 and 3. Option C is the correct answer over here. Okay. Let's move on to the next set of questions. Next set of questions, they pertain to Denmark is taking a hard line on immigrants and refugees. Government policies on housing and immigration accused of being racist. So this is the news from which we have this question. If one draws a straight line from London, the capital of England, to Warsaw, and that is the capital of Poland, and another from Warsaw to Oslo. Oslo is the capital of Norway. And then again from Oslo to London. It appears like an equivalent triangle. Which among the following countries will lie entirely within the triangle? Some countries might lie partially, but we have to see which country will lie entirely into the triangle. So yes, this is the particular map that we are talking about. Okay. So yes, a person draws a line from first London to Warsaw, okay, of Poland. Then from Warsaw to Oslo, that is the capital of Norway. And then from Oslo to London. Now it appears like an equivalent triangle. Which country will lie entirely within the triangle? Our options were Latvia, Germany, Switzerland, Denmark. So we have many countries. Latvia is over here, then Germany is over here. Denmark lies entirely within the triangle. So that is going to be the correct answer. Okay. The correct answer will be Denmark. Option D is correct. Moving on to the next set of questions. So vehicular movement hit in some stretches on Kodaikanal Ghat, road patchwork going on, says highway official. So Kodaikanal is a part of the South Indian Peninsula, and the thing is that South Indian Peninsula is so different one region from the other that such instances do happen. Let's look at the question. Arrange the following geological features of South India from north to south. Pallavaram Massif, group of ranges, Kollimalai Hill Massif, Palani Kodai Canal Hill Massif, and then Madurai Block. Let us see the map to help us through. From north to south of South India. Yes, you see here lies the Pallavaram Massif. Okay. Then after that we have the Kollimalai Hill Massif over here. After that we have Palani Ghat or Palani Kodai Canal Hill Massif, and then this region is Madurai Block. Okay, so Pallavaram, then Kollimalai Hill Massif, after that Palani Kodai Canal Hill Massif and Madurai Block. So the correct answer, Pallavaram, then Kollimalai, Palani Kodai Canal, and then Madurai. So 1, 2, 3, 4 is the correct answer. Option C here is the correct answer. Okay, next is, let's see. In the Korba district, several roads have been cut off due to heavy rainfall that resulted in nalas and rivulets in the Pali area overflowing. Which of the following cities lie closest to the standard meridian of India? Rourkela, Bhopal, Korba, Anantapur. So as we know, the standard meridian of India is important from the perspective of examination, as through that only we have registered our time, the Indian time. And this particular map will show you that standard meridian of India is 82°30 east, the latitude. It passes through the states of Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh and Andhra Pradesh. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, and sorry, also Odisha. Forgot Odisha. So 5 states, through 5 states it passes from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this particular line will show you that which city lies closest to the standard meridian. Bhopal lies pretty far away. So even if you have certain idea about such important cities, you can answer this question. Rourkela in Odisha is pretty close, but not as close as Korba. Korba lies closest, Korba in Chhattisgarh lies closest to the standard meridian. Then here we have Andhra Pradesh, in which Anantapur lies quite far away. Okay, so the correct answer will be, of course, Korba. Okay, Korba in Chhattisgarh. Okay, let's move on and talk about the next set of questions. Volunteers of Pradeep Sangwan's Healing Himalayas Foundation have trekked 10,000 kilometers and handled more than 800 tons of garbage in 5 years. So Himalayas are important. I have cut this particular word. There was a spelling mistake, so I am just writing it over here. Himalayas span across 10 states and 2 union territories of India. Madhya Pradesh is completely composed of only the central highlands. So we have to select the statement which is or are not correct. Okay. So let's see the map. The dark blue region is showing us the span of Himalayas. Ladakh, Jammu and Kashmir are the 2 union territories. Okay. Let's talk about the states. It was mentioned 10. Let us see how many states are there. Himachal Pradesh 1, then Uttarakhand 2. And then also, of course, the regions of northeastern India, Sikkim and West Bengal 3 and 4, right? Then we have the 7 states of northeast India: Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, Nagaland, Manipur, Mizoram, Tripura and Meghalaya. So 7 plus 2 plus 2. 7 plus 2, 9, 9 plus 2, 11 and 2 union territories. So it should not be 10 states but 11 states. Madhya Pradesh is completely composed of only central highlands. That is not correct. Central highlands span across Rajasthan, a bit of the region of Gujarat, Uttar Pradesh and a bit of the region of Bihar. But Madhya Pradesh also has the peninsular plains, not only the highlands. So second statement is also not correct. Both the statements are not correct. Option C is going to be our correct answer. Alright, moving on to the next set of questions. Nearly 100 houses submerged in Odisha's Sambalpur as water released from the Hirakud Dam. Inflow into Stanley Reservoir in Mettur continues at 85,000 cusacks for the second consecutive day on Sunday. That means lot of rainfall is being registered. So we have to consider the pairs and match them. Dam and river. Ramagundam Dam, Barakar River, Panchit, Godavari, Mettur, Damodar, Hirakud, Kaveri, Tilaiya, Mahanadi. Let us see the map and then match it to answer this question. Tilaiya Dam is built on the Barakar River, which is the tributary of Damodar. Panchit is built on the Damodar River. Hirakud Dam is built on the Mahanadi River. Ramagundam belongs to Godavari. Then Mettur Dam belongs to Kaveri. Okay, so remember this code. So let's match it. For Ramagundam, we have Godavari 2. Then for Panchit, we have Damodar 3. Then for Mettur, we have Kaveri 4. Then for Hirakud, we have Mahanadi, that is 5. And then for Tilaiya, we have Barakar 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, 1 is the correct order. 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, that is option B. Okay. So these are the kind of questions which could be asked. Moving on, let us solve this UPSC prelims question of 2014 together. Turkey is located, it was a question of 2014, now it's Turkey. Turkey is located between Black Sea and Caspian Sea, Black Sea and Mediterranean Sea, Gulf of Suez and Mediterranean Sea, Gulf of Aqaba and Dead Sea. Let us look at the map. Turkey is a country which is located between Black Sea and the Mediterranean Sea. Okay, so the correct answer will be Black Sea and Mediterranean Sea, option B. Now let us look at the practice question for the next segment. Which among the following cities will lie approximately on the same latitude as the Chittagong of Bangladesh? Gwalior, Kota, Balasore, Jamnagar. Answer this question correctly. That's it. Next time we shall meet again. Thank you.